Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Crafted Cocktails. As always, I am Rowie, and welcome to my home bar. Today we're going to be talking about the Aperol Spritz. Now, Italy has a lot of famous and delicious beverages. It has wines like Barolo, Chianti, Super Tuscans. There's also beer like Peroni, but nothing has quite a strong claim as being Italy's drink like this low-alcohol cocktail, the Aperol Spritz. The drink is built around Aperol, which is a semi-sweet, slightly bitter, low-alcohol aperitif from northern Italy. The drink itself is really easy to make. However, the history is just a little bit more complicated. It all goes back to 1805 and the Napoleonic Wars. In the aftermath of the wars, Austria-Hungary took ownership over the Veneto region of northern Italy. Soldiers and merchants were probably not so used to the high alcohol of Italian wines, so they would order their wine with a splash of water, or in their language, a spritzen. Over time, and a couple of world wars, the water turned to sparkling water, and the still wine morphed into a fortified wine and then a liqueur. The liqueur of choice quickly became Aperol. Now, Aperol itself was invented in 1919. It gained popularity through the 1920s and the 1930s as being promoted as a drink for women and sporty people. Advertisements around Italy marketed the drink as something to help the fitness conscious stay lean and fit. It wasn't until the 1950s, however, that Aperol capitalized on the spritz. The 3 parts to 2 parts to 1 part recipe became an important part of their advertising campaign in the US with posters and slogans. And then in the 2000s, Aperol was purchased by the Campari Group. They used their global distribution as a way to get Aperol out to the mass market. They employed these in their advertising campaigns. They hired an actress by the name of Amanda de Rosa Silva, who popularized the catchphrase, "Happy Spritz, happy Aperol." It wasn't long until then that Aperol became the best-selling liquor in Italy. The cocktail got another push in 2019 from a New York Times article titled, "The Aperol Spritz is not a good drink." So they likened the drink to a sweet children's beverage or a Capri Sun, and went on to say that it really didn't taste all that good. Because people were using cheap champagne. So the backlash it created, where people felt a sense of pride in making the Aperol Spritz into a craft cocktail, actually pushed the Aperol Spritz to be the 5th best-selling drink in the US in 2019. So with that, let's make the Aperol Spritz. You're going to want to take a wine glass and fill it with ice. Now, like the marketing slogan said, it is 3 parts to 2 parts to 1 part. So I'm going to take about 2 ounces of Aperol. I'm going to add 3 ounces of Prosecco. I'm going to give it about an ounce of soda water just to add a little bit more fizz. And lastly, I'm going to take my orange garnish. And I'm actually going to put it right into the drink to let the orange and the orange pulp sort of give it a little bit of flavor. And just like that, that is our Aperol Spritz. Until next time, happy drinking.